What's up, y'all? In this video, I'll be going over external range liquidity and internal range liquidity and how these two concepts move with each other. External range liquidity is buy side and sell side liquidity, and internal range liquidity is either a fair value gap or a swing high within external range liquidity. So price moves from either external range liquidity to internal range liquidity or internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. It's very unusual that price moves from external range liquidity to external range liquidity. I have two examples of price down here, how they move from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity on both sides of the curve. Okay, so as you can see right here, we take out this external range liquidity. So we take out this external range liquidity before bouncing up back into this internal range liquidity, which then makes this become the new external range. So we bounce back in here, and then the way to know that we'll keep going lower is we find our confirmation in fair value gaps. We could get in on the inversion fair value gap in here, or in change instead of delivery. So once we get our confirmation, then we can enter targeting this external range liquidity. And same thing on the buy side of the curve over here. We took out this external range liquidity, making this the new external range before bouncing back inside of this internal range liquidity. And then you get our confirmation, our inverse fair value gap, change in state, and then targeting the external range liquidity. So then I have a few more examples showing price going from external range liquidity to internal range liquidity. So, like I said, we take out this external range liquidity. So we go higher, come back down, taking out this external range liquidity, making this low right here, the new external range liquidity, and then bouncing up to this internal range liquidity before going lower, taking out the rest, taking out the new low external range liquidity that we made. So you always gotta wait for your confirmation. Don't just blindly like go short or long once we tap into the internal range liquidity, because sometimes price could tap into the internal range liquidity before, price could tap into this internal range liquidity and keep going, taking out this new external range liquidity that we made with this high up here. So always find your confirmations in here, your fair value gaps, inversion, your change in state of delivery, order blocks, all that good stuff. And same thing over here. We had this external range liquidity, came down, went back up, took out the external range liquidity, bounced right back inside of this internal range liquidity, making this new high, the new external range liquidity before going higher. Yeah, so always wait for your confirmations, because then sometimes once we make this low, this would become an external range liquidity, because sometimes this could happen. We could bounce, take out this external range liquidity, forming this new external range liquidity, and just continue going lower after going tapping into this internal range liquidity. So always wait for your confirmations before going long. But like, I really think this is a really simple concept. Like, once you get the hang of it, then you can catch moves. And then the external range liquidity. So external range liquidity, price don't usually move like this, because if price move from external range liquidity to external range liquidity, then everyone will be making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody will be banking, because it will just be straight up, down, literally. So that's why the market makers have to make it difficult and, like, use dumb money as liquidity to make them think, oh, price is going that way, but in reality it's going the other way. So it kind of tricks dumb money into thinking it's going the opposite way. I mean, so that's pretty much it. Internal range liquidity to external range liquidity, and then external range liquidity to internal range liquidity. It's very unusual that price will go from external range liquidity to external range liquidity. Comment down below what other videos you guys want to see.